Welcome to the Whiskey Vault. I'm Daniel Whittington. Guess we're just gonna have to go on as is. Today we're drinking Ledaig. We'll do our best to keep it upbeat and positive. So, Ledaig is made by Tobermory, and you're gonna find a lot of arguments over how to pronounce that correctly. The best advice I've gotten from a local was Ledaig, like Ledchig, but make the CH more of a T sound in it and the G more of a CK sound. It's an island, must have Tobermory, Isle of Mull, and actually I have, somewhere over here I have Tobermory. It's way up high. Okay, I'm not gonna get it down right now. But Isle of Mull and Tobermory Tobermory makes an unpeated, Tobermory Distillery makes an unpeated whiskey called Tobermory, and then they make a peated whiskey called Ledaig. Now this is the Ledaig 10, and we're gonna get started now. Hey, what do you, I will remember you. Will you remember me? It just doesn't seem right to be, it's so good though. It doesn't seem right to be drinking alone. Hang on a second. Hey Rex, I'm gonna pour you some whiskey. What do you think about that? You're the greatest, Daniel. Oh, shucks. I know. Here you go, buddy. That's for you. All right. Now for a peated island malt, this one's pretty mild. It's not overly smoky. It's got the hint of peat. It's pretty simple. Some people have said yes, it's a little plain, and I get it. There's not a lot of layers in this one. I think it would do well from a little more aging. I'd love to see some special bottlings of Ledaig, if I can get my hands on. Actually, I think I may have one. Hang on a second. Yeah. So there's all those toffee and sweet notes, and the smoke is sort of sitting on top of the whiskey instead of fully integrated. And I like it. I really like this whiskey. But it does feel like the sweet components of this whiskey and the rich, smoky, and barrel components of this whiskey are sitting in two different spheres and just sort of overlapping like a Venn diagram. It's like it's resting on top of it instead of a cohesive unit. It's good though. It's good though. So this one, let's add a little, let's see what Rex thinks. It's great, and you're a genius, Daniel. Thanks. See, now we get to hear what Rex truly thinks about me. Thanks for sharing your whiskey with me, Rex. Okay, so I think I just remembered I have a Ledaig special edition from Signatory. Hang on a second. And I do! Okay, so this is a Signatory bottling. Now remember, Signatory is awesome, and they do a lot of special bottlings. They're an independent bottling company. They'll buy barrels from other distilleries, sit on them and age them differently, or have them aged at the same place, but it's their barrel and their specifications. Older than it would usually come from a distillery, or younger, or finished in a different way. This is a 10-year-old, so same as this one, only this one is matured in sherry cask. Now look at the color difference on those two. Man, that's fantastic, right? And I'm not normally a sherry finish guy, but let's see what happens. This is bottle 533 out of 692 bottles. And I'm gonna use Rex's empty glass so we can test the difference between these two. He's gonna be bummed he missed this day. That was sort of my goal. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it definitely gets a lot more raisin notes in there. A lot of dried fruit that sherry always brings to things. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Wow, that's very different. that's very different. It brings all these rich low notes, it tones down the high flying spicy notes. Way less burn. Even though they're the same age, it tones down the alcohol and fire burn. So, the Signatory edition lowered the aggression a lot. Added some low, clingy, sweet notes of syrup and berries. I don't know that it improved it, but it definitely changed it. I think I'd like them about the same, but for very different reasons. Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, what do you think? Oh, yeah. See, this is what happens when you get stuck with me in a video all by myself, and it's in a formal setting, is I get way more clinical, and there's no one making fun of me all the time, which is maybe a plus. Let's add some water to both of these. But this is where you discover how much of a nerd I truly am, that I just go straight into my head and straight into really analyzing whiskey. Nope, that made it boring. Oh, okay. I like this one better now. So, on the Signatory sherry finish, adding water to it opens it up again, brings back some of the sharp, aggressive smoke notes that were buried originally. On the bourbon, the original one from the distillery, Tobermory, it buries things. It loses all the aggression. Well, we'll save the rest of the fun until later, right? Cheers. Huh? Till tomorrow, may your crazy stay this side of legal. And may you return before we have time to miss you. I'll see you guys tomorrow.